I woke up this morning and I realized I haven't done an update video, and I moved to Nigeria 3 years and 4 months ago. So I just want to update you guys on everything and just answer the most asked questions about my move back and about my journey of being in this country. So all of this is coming up. Please make sure to like, comment below. Those are amazing ways to support this channel. Thank you. When I realized I've been here for so long, 3 years and 4 months, that's crazy. And I just okay, let me just do an update video because it doesn't even feel like 3 years. Because, COVID took 1 year. So number one question that people ask, I only need to look down at my list and I know this one. Do I regret moving to Nigeria? And the answer is no, I don't regret moving to Nigeria. This has been an amazing experience. This has been the best decision I've made in my entire life. And it's made me into Iveoma. It's made me more confident, more adventurous, more everything. Before I really thought I was like a boring kind of person, and living life on the edge wasn't really for me. But honestly, living here and being in Nigeria and just being in this culture has been wonderful for me. It's really fed me. Force fed me sometimes, but fed me. Another question people have been asking me is why haven't I been doing any vlogs in Abuja? So I just came back to Lagos. I was in Abuja for 2 months, and you're right, I didn't do any vlogs. Okay, so here's the reason. So the real reason I went to Abuja was because I have a project that I want funded, right? And I identified people that I needed to meet. And so I was like, okay, all these people are in Abuja. Let me just go down and meet with them. So I couldn't really record those meetings. And I was really pitching to people heavily. And the crazy thing is, once you get to a certain level, people just introduce you to other people. You try to chat with so-and-so. They're like, oh, do you know who would be interested? This other person. So that's essentially what I spent my 2 months doing. The only thing I did was work out a lot, and I was literally about to work out after this, but I decided just to film this first. So this, so I can get back in the momentum of filming. So let me just film right now. Yes, all I've been doing in Abuja was working out and pitching. And to be honest, I didn't really do that many fun things other than work out and go hiking and be really active. Because that's the thing in Abuja, that's the vibe, is people really hike and do all of these outdoor things because they have amazing trees and plants out there and the mountains. So people go hiking for real in Abuja. Secondary reason was I wanted to see if I could actually move to Abuja, right? So yeah, I could have picked up and moved, but I didn't want to make another mistake, right? Because right now I'm feeling I am tired of Lagos, but am I tired of Lagos or am I tired of this area? Because if I moved to BI, would I have that same experience, right? But then now I've experienced Abuja, so I definitely want to move out there. And the next time in Abuja, I'm going to film me getting an apartment, all these things. But I didn't even look for an apartment when I was in Abuja. So I'm so sorry. I just couldn't hack it. It wasn't on the agenda. So the third question that people always ask me is do I recommend people move to Nigeria? And my response to that is I've never recommended anyone move to Nigeria. And I know some of you guys are like, what? That was your whole channel, move back? No. I wanted to show people that if you do want to move back, there's people who have moved back and they're doing something. They're adding to the ecosystem. They're trying, they're hustling, and they're living life. So it's possible, right? That was my whole energy. So I have never once in my life recommended anyone move to Nigeria. No. What I'm going to say to you is if you are interested in moving to Nigeria or interested in doing something in Nigeria, you really need to visit first. I don't want to discuss anybody telling me oh, I'm moving to Nigeria and you've never visited. That means to me well, why? Why would you even think you're going to move somewhere and you never visited there first? That doesn't make sense to me. If you want to move to Nigeria, then you have to visit first. After visiting, you have to see if you really like the culture in the city that you're living in, right? If you can stand it. Like, honestly, because Nigeria can break somebody. You could die of stress here. So, like, and I know I'm laughing while saying it, but it's true. I never thought people could die of stress. But man, you can. If you can accept that there are so many things around you that can't be changed, but you can only change your behavior, then Nigeria is the country for you, you know? So, some questions. Are you a flexible person? Because if you're an inflexible person, Nigeria is not the country for you. And what I mean by flexible, are you malleable? Like, if something happens, can you just bend like a tree? Like, there's like these like palm trees that kind of like bend in the wind. Can you bend without breaking? Nigeria is the country for you. If you break, can you tolerate minor to major inconveniences without like losing your mind? Then you're good to go. But if minor to major inconveniences really just stress you, you get pissed off, you almost feel like you're about to have a heart attack, you're about to faint, fall out. Nigeria is not the country for you. So I think it's all about, can you handle stress? And if you are a flexible person, then you can answer your own question. If you want to move to Nigeria, just know it's possible. There are millions of people who live here, you know, and some are thriving. I can't say all, but some are thriving. Some are doing well. And you could be part of that some group, but the stress is going to be stressful. You're going to have to get used to that. What have I learned about Nigeria that has shocked me, right? So much. But one thing in particular, the love of money. So every place loves money. Everywhere. Everyone. I know. Before everyone's like, everybody loves money. Yeah, but here's the thing. There's a culture here. Like, Nigeria's kind of like a rap video, like an American rap video or 50 cents, like get rich or die trying. That's Nigeria. Like, especially that's Nigeria. That's the spirit of the country. People who are lower in the system, so let's say your assistants or PAs or people who are lower, they don't really have any autonomy. They don't have any decision making ability. And that's why it's so important to get to people to the top. So that was wild when I discovered that. It changed my whole it changed everything for me when I realized, because before I was being kind of run around in circles because I would ask people like, why can't you connect me with so and so? Why can't you do this? Like, what's the problem? This and that. And I realized that it's because I'm talking to the lower end person. They have no autonomy. They can't make any decisions, and they feel they don't want to jeopardize their job by introducing me to somebody else. So it's like a really strange situation. But if you're not talking to the boss, then you're not talking to anybody. If you're not talking to the VP and least of the company, you're not talking to the VP or president, you're not talking to nobody. You're not going to get anything from anyone lower than that. And that really shocked me. I don't really understand. So let me preface this. When I came back, so many Nigerians told me the worst things. I'm talking about Nigerians abroad, actually, in particular, told me the worst things about Nigeria. And then when I came here and I saw for myself how lovely the country is. I'm not saying every Nigerian is super kind, but like a lot of Nigerians are very hospitable and nice and just kind of awesome. Like, the country is awesome. It's just a shame that we're in where we are right now. It's a real big shame that we're rolling back right now. But Nigeria can be an amazing country and reclaim, its glory, at some point. But yeah, I think it surprised me how nice Nigeria was. And when I mean nice, like the landscape, how many opportunities are here. I already knew there was a lot of opportunities, but when I came back and got to see it again for myself, I was amazed. And how, like, so many things here. People have helped me in the most random ways. People that, yeah, I've been helped so many times by so many different people, like very randomly, and real help, not like someone opening the door for me. I'm talking about like real actual assistance. And that surprised me because I heard so many horrible things about Nigeria from Nigerians. So when I got here and I kind of experienced the kindness and then I got to travel a little bit and then see how amazing Nigeria is. And again, I'm not a Lagos babe, right? I don't stay just in Lagos. I've gone to Abuja, I've gone to Enugu, I've gone to Owerri, I've gone to Iyo. I want to go to Akure, which is in Ondo State soon. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like I've seen so many. I've been to Ogun State. I traveled. I've seen some manufacturing factories there. But yeah, I'm not that type of person just to stay in Lagos and think Lagos is Nigeria. I've actually traveled around and I still love it, you know? So that surprised me. I was not expecting that. Yeah, that surprised me. So how have I changed in Nigeria? Good or bad? So let me start with the good. The good is that I become more confident. I become more flexible. I become more patient. So those are the good things. I become, yeah, way more womanly, I think, in Nigeria because there are really fixed gender roles here. And although good and bad, like I kind of like some things that women are not expected to do. And I've learned to accept help, right? So in this US, let me tell you, if I would, I don't want to say die, but I would choke on my tongue before I asked someone for help. So if I asked you for help, that means it was dire. It was an emergency. Because I didn't. But here I had to quickly give that mindset up. And honestly, it's a toxic mindset because the real reason I wasn't asking people for help was because I didn't want to be disappointed, right? So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I don't want to be disappointed. Oh, that's a bad mindset. That's a toxic mindset. Ask someone for help and just see if they will give it to you without any kind of expectation, without feeling that they're going to disappoint you. It's bad mindset. So I'm kind of glad I got rid of that. Here's the negative things. I've become more direct, which is okay. So the thing about me is I kind of say whatever I like, but now that I've moved back, I really say whatever I like. I'll just add respectfully, sir. Right? like respectfully, madame, respectfully, sir. So I'll add that bit. But if you hear me say that, then I'm about to just blow insult. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I become more direct. But adding like polite terms around it to cushion it. But I don't know if that's actually a good thing because I was raged right before I came here. But now I'm like a knife. I don't know what it is. Which is weird because a lot of Nigerians are not direct. So I don't know why I become more direct in Nigeria. But yeah, this is actually a good and bad thing. Like I can exhibit anger really quickly. So when my patient runs out, then I can just be quick to anger. I can go from 0 to 100. But then it's weird because I can drop down. Like, so I can go 0 to 100, then drop down to 0 in seconds. Like, this is like 10 seconds. I could be insulting someone, screaming at them, and then 10 seconds later, crack a joke with them and be laughing. That's crazy. Like, even me, I'm noticing, and I think that's Lagos. If I moved to any other city, I don't think I would be able to do that. But that's a Lagos trait. Is Lagos. So I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing. But the reason I kind of think of it as good and bad is that before, if I got angry, I would not say anything because I would cry if I would exhibit any negative traits. So if somebody pissed me off or made me angry, I just wouldn't say anything. Be speechless. Now I can say something. I won't have no tears in my eyes. I will be looking at you and be like, why did you do this? What's going on? Are you mad? Are you okay? And I can say this without crying, without being hysterical. And I think that's actually good and bad, right? So yeah. But I think that's a good thing. But I think that the fact that I can say it is a bad thing. If that makes any sense. So yeah, that's how I've changed. I've definitely become a lot more confident here. Why did I switch from telling attorney stories to investment stories? Here's the thing. It might have been dramatic for you guys watching, but for me, it was the only logical conclusion. A lot of Nigerians right now are leaving, right? How can I be talking about move back to Nigeria when millions are leaving everywhere? They're going to any country, Indonesia, Canada, Malaysia. Well, no one's going to Malaysia anymore. India, all these Australia, Nigerians are leaving. If they opened the borders, like Nigeria would empty out. Like if they said Nigerians, we're opening the borders, just Japa if you want to, Nigeria would empty out. So the only people here would be like the super wealthy and very poor, right? When I realized that this was happening, I had to make that switch because it didn't make any sense. How am I talking about moving back to Nigeria only? I'm only talking about that. But in reality, so many people are leaving and very few are coming back. So even now, like I don't really know that many people who have moved back in the last couple of years. So yeah, madness. So I decided to talk about investment because Nigerians will always invest in Nigeria. Not every Nigerian, but most Nigerians who leave, they understand that that place is not their home. Like look at the Nigerians dealing with nonsense in Ukraine and Russia. So this is the perfect story to highlight what I believe and what I am talking about. So there are these two people, they're both in the Ukraine, Nigerians, both in Ukraine, and they both stay there for the same amount of time. So one person, this guy, so they stayed there for 14 years, right? So the guy came back to Nigeria and he already built his house, he already shipped his cars, and he finished his factory. He had a mini food processing factory. So he was, had some issues, but he was producing. He's actually in stores. And so he was here when the war broke out between Russia and Ukraine, right? So his friend is in Ukraine. A lot of his friends are in Ukraine. So he was calling. And one conversation I overheard, and I thought it was the craziest conversation ever. So he tells his friend walked from Ukraine to Hungary. And he has a wife and a child. So he tells him, you need to come back to Nigeria. What are you doing in Hungary? Come back now. So he's like, do you need money? Let me send you money, right? And the friend said, I have nothing in Nigeria. I can't come back. I have nothing. For the whole time you were building here, but I didn't build anything. I can't come. I have a wife. I have a child. How could I come? So he said he's gonna take his chances in Hungary. This is exactly why I believe investing in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Like if he had a little bit of something, if he had his house done and things made comfortable in his house and his car, and he had a little business here, he would have felt very comfortable coming back and just waiting and then having maybe another opportunity to travel somewhere else. But he built nothing for 14 years. He had all of his savings, all of his money. He had a business in Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? A country that's not even his own. They could be bombing his place. And when he comes back, he's going to realize, when the war is over and they go back, and that's when he's going to realize if he has anything left. And so that's why I look at Nigeria like, I know Nigeria is rough. I know Nigeria is really rolling back in a lot of things and just getting wilder by the day. But at the end of the day, this is your own country. And at least if you go to other countries, it's good to have something back home. So if any issue comes, you could be like the first guy who's like, I'm good. This guy is unconcerned about everything he has in Ukraine. He's unconcerned. Like he was like, oh no, I mean, I have my house, I have my cars. I mean, I have my factory. What's the problem? Like he was prepared, but the other person wasn't. And that's what I think. Very random story, but that is why I switched from talking about moving back to investing in Nigeria. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to move back to invest in Nigeria. I just want to show you, like, here are the investors, here are companies to invest in, here are the things that you can invest in, and the success rate. And that's it. That's what I want to talk about. Oh, okay. So how is making friends and building like relationships here, right? In Nigeria in general, it's very easy to make superficial friendships, period, between any gender. But now, okay, so in Lagos, when I moved back, I was realizing that it's really hard for me to make female friends. Is it female friends? Women friends? No, female friends. I just don't like saying female because it sounds like a dog, but making It is really challenging. I'm creating a group of women that are friends in Lagos. This is a Lagos problem. Because in other cities, I realize I didn't have this problem. It is really hard to meet women that. So for me, a lot of the women that I know that I consider friends in Lagos are returnee women, women who've studied abroad and came back, or they're just not Nigerian, you know? So those women are very, very easy. But Nigerian women in Lagos, I'm saying Lagos because I don't want to be misquoted, it is very challenging creating friendships with them. Men, on the other hand, very, very easy. It's nothing. It's literally no effort. When I was living in the US, 99% of my friendships were with women, 1% was with men. Now it's flipped. 99% of the people I call, like, if there's an issue, are men. Like, here, it's very strange. So, yes. So then when I went to Abuja, and then even in Enugu, it was easier meeting women to become friends with. And the reason I stress female relationships is that I think they're really, really important. It's great to have a lot of guy friends, but sometimes men have different objectives. So it's nice to be with a woman that is not interested in you at all, right? There's no interest, there's nothing. So that's kind of why I value female friends as well. So how do you meet friends in Nigeria? What I'm going to tell you is just think of activities that you like. So when I went hiking, I met a lot of people. When I go to the gym, I met a lot of people. And just try to be friendly, smile. Don't have this like mean, witchy look on your face. Be pleasant. This is men and women. And just smile. It's very easy to be connected and make friends here. It's really important. Your friend group really determines your experience that you have here. And I think it's extremely important. And you really need to spend time. So my only regret about my move back to Nigeria is that I should have really focused on building relationships before I moved back. Me moving back and then COVID hitting really affected me. So what I would tell you guys, like, if you are interested in moving to Nigeria, really focus on building relationships before you come here, and then just following up with people. But it's cool to have superficial relationships with people. It's very cool. You should have as many superficial friendships as possible, because you never know who knows somebody who could help you get to wherever it is that you need to get to. So I don't have anything else to add. Right now, I'm kind of working on living my best life. I'm trying to get my money up. I'm trying to get so much up. I've been adjusting my mindset. I've been fixing so many things. So this to me is my glow up year, period. I am glowing up this year. I'm achieving everything I want to achieve, period. So this is my glow up year, and it's going to happen. 3 years. I can't believe it. Funny enough, when I was thinking about moving back, I never really thought too much ahead. I just thought about, like, let me just get there. And now 3 years later, I'm still in Nigeria, and I'm content. So yeah, it's wild. It's wild out here, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy my life, and I enjoy the life I'm building, and I like my mission. I like the focus I have, because everything I'm trying to do is to add money and build relationships and do these amazing things for Nigerians here. They deserve it. And yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to my update. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. But yeah, I just wanted to do an update because I haven't done one in a long time. And yeah, I just want to update you guys on everything that is happening. So bye now.